Thanks for clicking on Simply Tanika. I am Tanika. Today we are going to do Fertility Food Super Haul. Oh, and just to be clear, by haul, I mean Fresh Truck's gonna drop it off. I do live in Manhattan. All right, check it out. All right, Fresh Truck just delivered. Let's dig in. Alrighty, so here we go. The first part of the Fresh Truck delivery was the frozen food, so let's start with that. We have the beef bone broth. So this is from 100% grass-fed cows. I talked about the bone broth before. Say that 3 times fast. And basically it helps with your omega-3s. So you want to help keep that balance. It also just has a lot of good nutrients in it, collagen and whatnot. So I do this usually during the second half of my cycle, but you can do it throughout the whole part of your cycle. I got a couple of these. As you know, I'm trying to lose weight, so I got some acai berry smoothies. This is the pure unsweetened, just regular acai. And then this one is, as you can see at the top, the super greens. And so you just blend those up. What does it say? Fruits and veggies, 1.5 per serving for those. So I got 3 of those. And then I also got additional frozen berries to throw in my smoothie. So I just got the Fresh Truck brand. There is blueberries, or wrong, they're whole strawberries and blueberries. And you just keep them frozen and put them in your smoothies. And then lastly, my other frozen item is artichoke hearts. I got them frozen. I wanted to incorporate them more into my diet, and I figured they would be healthier than using the marinated artichoke in the glass jar. So we'll see. This will be my first time using it. So that's our frozen stuff. I'm going to put those away. And the beef bone broth stays frozen until you get ready to use it, and then you thaw it. You can keep it in your fridge for 10 days after it's been thawed, but they recommend leaving it frozen, so I keep it in the freezer. All right, let's get to the next box. Okay, here we have some fresh Myers lemon, which I love these. Let me go in closer. So in the morning, I start off my day with warm water and fresh lemon in it. Or if I have time, I'll boil the water and have the lemons. But I gave up coffee as part of my TTC efforts. And so this is a great way to start the day. It helps cleanse the liver, gives you, energy. I'm not going to lie, it was hard weaning myself off of caffeine every morning, but this definitely helped, and it gets easier, the longer you do it. I don't miss caffeine at all now. We've got some wild blend rice, so we know about our whole grains. We want to have as much whole grain as we can so that we're getting the benefit of the entire grain. When it's overly processed, it's just not as good for you, right? So as many whole grains as possible. So I got the wild blend rice, which is gluten-free, whole grain, yummy. Celery, pretty self-explanatory. You want as many fresh fruits and vegetables in your diet as possible. So good old celery. I like the celery. I like to put it in with peanut butter, which actually I have almond butter. I'll show you what I'm using with the celery these days. There we go, some yummy almond butter. So I just put that in and dip in. When you were little, did your mom ever make you those little boats and scoop it out and put peanut butter on it? So I do it with the almond butter and the celery. All right, broccoli. We talked about broccoli, cruciferous vegetable. It's good for you. It helps balance your hormones. It's particularly estrogen. It helps you clear it out. So lots of fresh broccoli. I like it steamed. Ginger root. I like these to add to my smoothie. I also just make it with a tea in the morning or in the evening, or add it to like my red raspberry leaf tea. Yummy stuff. Add it to food and chicken. We've got grapes here, red grapes. Resveratrol is in that. I eat it with the skin. Organic, again, any of the berries that you have or vegetables with thin skin, you want to have organic. Ideally, you want to have everything organic, but I know that gets expensive, so as much as you can, but be mindful of like the things that you're going to eat steamed or raw. You definitely want those organic, and things that have thin skin on them, even if you're going to cook them, because they've absorbed the pesticides. Avocado, healthy fat. We want as much healthy fat as possible, so I got 2 little cute avocados. I mix them in the morning with omelets and breakfast. On the side, more whey protein. Again, I'm doing a shake every morning, so this is designer whey. It's made from cows that have been fed grass. And that's important because you don't want to have cows that have been fed a lot of processed food. So these are grass-fed. This is yummy. It's only 110 calories. It has 20 grams of protein. So I'm starting off my day with this. I'll have a weigh-in next Tuesday, so we'll see if it's working. But it does taste delicious. All right, now we get into the meat. This is lamb. So it's lamb loin chop, raised without antibiotics. It's 100% grass-fed. I don't know if you guys can see that. Yeah, there we go. 100% grass-fed. So again, with the beef, you want those all to be grass-fed. Poultry as well. You don't want them to have been eating. This is chicken shish kebab. So this is something easy I can do. It comes already with the stick. I'll cook it on the stove on the cast iron grill. Quick dinner. We have here, oh, it's wet. I'm not going to pull it out. These are Cornish game hens split. So it has the skin, it has the bone. I like to roast it with some garlic and lemon and rosemary. I put the rosemary through. Really good stuff. Then there is more split chicken breast, raised without antibiotics. These chicken breasts have the bone in. You want to have as much bone as possible. Good for collagen. I like to roast those. And then our last piece of food in here is the New York beef top loin steak. It is local to New York and grass-fed. Can you see that there? There we go. Local, grass-fed. Important. And then we have our handy dandy freezer bags. So for the chicken, I'm going to take that apart and put them in freezer bags because obviously you can't eat them all at once. And so that way it helps with the servings and portion control. All right, so that's box number 1. I'm going to put this stuff away. So we are on to box number 2. My lovely assistant's going to bring it in. Thank you, Shannon. Oh, and she's taking the top off. Thank you. We're ready for filming. Okay, so here we have Pom 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 Pom. I've done a couple of videos on Palm Wonderful. I am back to 100% pomegranate juice. There we go. So I got 3 of these. I like to mix them with seltzer water. Again, I feel like I've talked about that a lot. So there's the palm. Here is more of kombucha. So this is a new flavor they have. It's Power Greens. So I thought, can you see that? I thought I would try that. I want to up my greens. This has got wheatgrass, spirulina, and camu. Also, I do wheatgrass shots every morning, but I do it from home because I'm too lazy to go out and squeeze it every day. So that's in my fridge. It's not in this haul, but I do have it. It's with ginger. It's yummy. But I do want to increase my greens, so I'm trying the kombucha this time with the Power Green blend. So we'll see how that turns out. Here we have medium cheddar cheese snacks, which these are really more for Cheyenne. I like these too. They're pretty yummy. They're only 80 calories. So here you go. Lovely assistant. She's chomping at the bit. She's been waiting on these groceries. So then I've got some hummus, olive tapenade hummus. Whoa, there we go. And it's good with the celery. I think I also have carrots in here somewhere. Just yummy, healthy, good stuff. And it's gluten-free if, you know, that's your thing. For our final Fresh Direct box, again brought in by my lovely assistant. Thank you. She's trying not to be on camera. Okay, last one. Blueberries. I think I might make blueberry pancakes, but these can be obviously dropped in your smoothies. We talked about all the antioxidants that blueberries have. Fresh berries are great. Again, you want it to be organic because the skin is thin. Good stuff. Asparagus. So more yummy greens. I'm obviously trying to pack on the greens. I think I had a lot of fruit the last cycle, and so I want to balance it out. And actually, I want to have more greens and more vegetables than I do fruit because of the sugar. So we have spinach. I also talked about spinach in my superfood video, the 9 natural superfoods. So again, you want to do organic. It's in reverse. Sorry, guys. You want to do organic. There you go. Whenever you can, especially with the spinach. It's thin leaves. You don't want to have pesticide on it. The fun thing about organic is, though, that it can be a little extra dirty. And so you've got to scrub it really well just so you don't have, manure in your spinach. I get it this way. I know you can get it in the packs, but I'm trying to be a little, mindful of the planet, a little green, so I don't get it in the packaged clamshells that are already pre-washed. I certainly am capable of washing them, so I get it this way just to be a little more eco-friendly. All right, we've got shrimp here. This is good, clean protein. So we've got all natural. It's all natural, wild Gulf shrimp. Can you see that? And the reason why I emphasize wild, it's important for your seafood to be wild. You don't want it to have you don't want it to be farm raised, because then they're feeding it a lot of grain, which is what we're trying to avoid, right? So that means that it's higher in the omega-6. So any farm raised salmon, farm raised shrimp, not good for you when you are trying to conceive. You want to have it all wild so that it's eating what it would naturally eat, because it's wild. It's in its own natural habitat. So this is wild. I'm going to stick these in the freezer now. But yeah, great source of protein, no fat, really good to have in your diet is that shrimp. Garlic, I just love garlic, so I think I put everything in the garlic. It's grown in the ground, so again, I go for the organic garlic with my spinach, with my broccoli, with all my vegetables. I'll saute it with a little bit of garlic and extra virgin olive oil. With the chicken, I can't get enough garlic. Then we've got rosemary. So this is going to go with the chicken that we have. It's a lot of rosemary, so whoa. It's a lot of rosemary, so I'll probably freeze some of it. But yeah, it's fresh. It smells so yummy. And when you're baking with it, like if you have chicken in the oven, it just fills up the whole house with the lovely smell of rosemary. So you can't go wrong with that. All right, and then our last thing is apples. So I've got some Fuji apples. It comes in a 4-pack. Yummy. I pack them. I take them to work and just run off with them. There's one more thing I want to show you before we go. I bought these heat-resistant glass packs for food. So I'm sure if you've been trying to conceive for a while, you know the dangers of BPA and plastic and the toxins in the plastic. Even if it is BPA-free, you're not supposed to heat your food in the plastic, because the heat will force the toxins or chemicals within the plastic to leach into your food. Even BPA-free plastic does that, so you don't want to heat up your food. So I had been taking my containers to work in plastic and then having to transfer it and heat it up in the microwave. So now these are all glass that I got, and it comes in, let's see, it's 3 dividers in it, so I can put my meal in there, and it's all glass. Obviously, you're going to take the lid off. The lid is plastic when you microwave. Actually, it may not be. I'm not sure what the lid is, but this comes what it's called heat resistant or silicate glass. It's refrigerator and freezer safe. It's microwavable. It's microwave and oven safe, so you can take it from the oven. You obviously want to let it get to room temperature, then you can put it into the refrigerator. I will probably try if I can. Well, I'll figure it out. There are options, right? When you have the ability to take a dish, from microwave to oven, freezer to refrigerator, you've got a lot of options for your food. So I'm excited about that. Yeah. So that's it. I'm going to put these away, and I hope you enjoyed the haul. If you have any questions about any of the food that I got or anything that I talked about, please let me know. Thank you for watching Simply Tanika. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you think it'll be helpful to anyone you know, please share it. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. And remember to click on the little bell. You'll be notified whenever I upload a new video. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Please let me know how you are doing. I hope you are well. Baby dust to you all. Bye.